Like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
Growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, the Final Fantasy series always kind of got a bad rep for some reason, right? Especially in my group of friends, and especially with my cousin, right? The man that gave me 99% of all of my gaming DNA. Literally, most of the games I play nowadays come from his influence in some way or another, right? It's hard to explain. The Final Fantasy series were just turn-based nerd games for babies, right? He respected Final Fantasy VII, right? We all respect Final Fantasy VII because it's a legendary game. You just dare not play it. You just dare not touch that game because it's a nerd game for babies. However, for me, my first Final Fantasy game was Dirge of Cerberus, right? I remember seeing that trailer, and I remember seeing Vincent being like, oh damn, this is a badass game right here. I gotta play it. So Dirge of Cerberus was my first Final Fantasy game, and that game sucked ass. It's not good, it's probably the worst Final Fantasy game. It's so bad, right? Even though Vincent is my favorite Final Fantasy VII character. So later down the line, I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely love that game, right? It's made me love and respect the original Final Fantasy VII even more. And I like all the extra, spoilery things that they do with that game. I'm not going to talk about it. They do some crazy stuff with that game's story. But other than that, there hasn't really been a Final Fantasy game that I've really gotten into. A friend of mine really wanted me to play Final Fantasy 15, right? And that's just, the boys in the car. Not my cup of tea, I'm tired of all these, these Final Fantasy boy games, I'm tired of it. And then that's where Final Fantasy 16 steps in, baby. Final Fantasy 16, this is a game for men. And I know that sounds really stupid. But man, dude, it is so badass. Dude, Clive? Oh my goodness, dude. Clive Rosefield? I almost said Chris Redfield. Clive Rosefield? My favorite Final Fantasy protagonist. He is so cool, man. He's edgy in all the right ways, and he's badass in all the right ways. Dude, he's so cool, man. Sid? Oh my god. Dude, my lady told me this the other day. She said, hey, as cool as you are, you will never be as cool as Sid from Final Fantasy 16. And you know what? She's right. She's right. I will never be as cool as him. It's an L that I have to hold forevermore. And just, man, dude, Final Fantasy 16 is so good, man. Where do I start, man? The story, awesome. I've been chipping at it slowly, right? And the farther into the story you go, the better it gets, right? I was seeing a lot of early reviews saying that the story was the weak part of it. I have no idea what they're talking about. This is the most, I don't want to say standard, but a lot of Final Fantasy stories, they get really nonsensical. This one, it's pretty, the way I describe it, it's like Game of Thrones meets Attack on Titan. And I feel like that's the perfect way to describe it, The combat is amazing, right? Just like the story, the farther into the story you go, the more combat options you unlock. It's kind of like Devil May Cry in that respect, which is funny because one of the combat directors of Devil May Cry, the main one, worked on this game, right? So his influence is very noticeable, actually, believe it or not. Oh my god, dude, the Ifrit fight? Oh my god, dude. The Ifrit fight was crazy. Dude, I had to take a sip of water in the middle of the fight. That's how crazy that fight was, dude. It was insane. Dude, Benedicta, dude, her story is so... There's so many layers to her story, man. I had to talk to my friend Calvin. I'm like, hey, man, what's the deal with Benedicta? Why is she like this, man? And he's like, oh, yeah, she used to be a slave. I'm like, damn, what? Oh, that sucks, man. Dude, there's so much, like, the story is so heavy, dude. Like, I'm trying not to rant about this, right? Because I want to go back and play more. I have it booted up on my screen right now. You guys just can't see it, right? So I want to make a really quick review, right? Just play this game, dude. Go out and play this game. There's already so many Game of the Year contenders right now. Dude, Legend of Zelda, Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter 6, all amazing games, right? I played a lot of good games this year. But, man, there's some moments in Final Fantasy 16, man, my jaw was on the floor, right? And you heard me in my intro. I don't even usually like Final Fantasy games like that. You know? I like 2 Final Fantasy games. Right? And now I like 3 because of this one. Dude, it's so good, man. Go play this game, guys. That is my endorsement. It is a 9.5 out of 10. Go get it. Oh, by the way, guys, if you made it this far into the video, I know this is just a quick and dirty review, but leave a like, subscribe. I appreciate that. Your boy's trying to hit 500 subs for my birthday in July. I would appreciate any help I can get, so thank you. And without any further ado, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one, because I got more Final Fantasy to play. Peace!